Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? Cub here, and welcome back to Cub's Bricks, and we've got some big news to talk about, and no, it is not the lack of my hair. I realize it is shorter than the last time we did this, but that's not the big news of the day. The big news is everything that's been going on with Bionicle today over at the LEGO website, the Facebook page, the New York Comic-Con, and all over Twitter. So, without further ado, let's get started. First off, if you go to the Bionicle fan page on Facebook, link in the description, you will see an awesome video which is tagged as The Legend. It tells the story of a couple of brothers known as the Mask Makers living on the island of Okoto. One of them's name is Akimo, and he creates amazing masks, and the villagers love him, but his brother, I don't know, something like Makuta, I believe was the name, gets jealous and he decides to create one mask to rule them all and take over the universe, or just get back at his brother, I don't know. Maybe it's like the Mask of Time Out and he's just gonna like send him to it doesn't really specify what the mask does, and it's shrouded in shadow through the whole video. The mysterious mask of power, of ultimate power, shrouded in shadow, and is made by Makuta. I don't know if that means anything at all. That might not. Maybe they're just trying to keep it mysterious. In any case, he builds the mask, he puts it on, it's too much for him, he can't handle it. His brother like smacks it off of his face with like his big hammer thing, and there's an explosion, and they're both cast into an endless slumber. Sound familiar? It oughta. It's the same plot of Once Upon a Time. No. Where was I? The mysterious masks of power were scattered across the island, waiting for heroes to find them. So it's actually a really cool video. You ought to like it. You ought to watch it if you want to see it for yourself. The animation style may be kind of jarring for some people at first, but it's actually really cool. I'll explain why later. But in the video, you learn that Akimo, Makuta's new brother, not Matt Nui and not Artaka, for whatever reason, is the wearer of the Great Mask of Creation. Makuta wears the Mask of Control, and then there's a third great legendary mask, and we don't know what it is. From there, you can hop on over to the official Bionicle page on Lego.com, again, link in the description, where you can see the finalized set photos for all of the Toa, and yes, they are called Toa. How do I know? Well, it also includes some bios, and if you read Kopaka's in particular, I'm going to read it here for you, I've got it on my Kopaka is noble and reserved. Upholding his own strict moral code, he strives to be perfect and always do the right thing. A fact that often makes him appear formal and even cold in the eyes of others. Kopaka. Cold. Shkadobunk. Luckily, Kopaka's clumsiness and his not too solid direction sense, which is very poor English, help the other heroes remember that, after all, Kopaka is just a Toa like them. That's right, Toa confirmed, Bionicle 2015. Throw a hashtag in there somewhere. Yeah! Now, Toa is not the only term that's going to be making a comeback with this new wave of Bionicle. If you guys are on Twitter and have been paying attention to the TTV podcast, you'll know that some of them were actually able to go to the New York Comic-Con. I've been tweeting like crazy some great information for us back home, who unfortunately had to, stay around and work a day job. So, for instance, we got this one little bit of information from them. A lot of Bionicle terms haven't been dropped, but aren't referenced as much. Kanohi, Toa, etc. So, masks will still be called Kanohi occasionally, and Toa are still Toa. Somewhat. I guess we'll just have to see how often they actually reference those items as those things. But this does mean that we might get a return of the fantastic Knoka discs from 2004, which everyone loved. I don't even lie, I know how much you loved those things. They were almost better than Ratuka spinners. Now, that's not the only bit of information we got. TTV Kahi, a member of the Three Virtues podcast, has also done a lot of tweeting himself. And I'm going to read you some of these tweets because some of them are really awesome and have a lot of great information in them. So, for instance, this one says there's something called the Temple of Time on Okoto, which is interesting because if you pause the video at the right moment, zoom into the top left corner, made out of clouds, you can see the Mask of Time, which means it's got to have some sort of bearing on the story either this year or next year. I don't think it was just placed there as like a nod to original fans because I want it to have some reason to be there, that's why. And he actually tweeted something else a little bit later that said, so apparently the Kanohi Vahi, Mask of Time, from the Metaverse, like the first generation of Bionicle, is only half a mask. The other half? I don't know what that means. I don't know if LEGO said something else at the event that we're not being made privy to yet, but that is still pretty cool. And who knows, maybe the Mask of Time has something to do with that mask of incredible power that was forged in Mount Doom by Makuta. mixing stories up again. I'm sorry, that happens. So other news from Kahi includes that gear functions are 100% confirmed. Masks pop off when hit, so that'll be cool. New heads have noses and Kanohi connect to the side of the heads. I don't know why they have noses. That's sort of weird, but okay. The animation style for the video was inspired by the Matanui Online game, so if you didn't like the video, then you didn't like Matanui Online game, which means you're not really a Bionicle fan, so get out of here. #buy. Story information will mostly be told in books. No other story was said to be worked on, comics, etc. So they didn't deny or say that there wasn't any other forms of information. They just said that there are books, and they didn't say anything about anything else. But books are cool. I love the Bionicle books. I really don't care if Greg writes them. I think it'd be really cool if he did, but at the same time, I also like the stuff that that other person wrote for the first 3 years of Bionicle. Haptica, or whatever the name was, I already forgot. Bionicle story animations will be minute long and be released on the web, so if you liked that animation, which you should, because if you don't like MMON online Matanui game, and you're not a real Bionicle fan, forget the fact that I forgot what the acronym is. That's not important. Protectors are villagers, but the sets are elders of the villages, similar to the Turaga, and I'm telling you, if they come out and like the little red one's name is Vakama, I'm just gonna sweat what's left of my hair right off, because that's, you can sweat hair off. The last bit of information from TTV Kahi is that Bionicle reboot is akin to Star Trek new movies. Confirmed for 3-year line right now, possibly more later. Now we know what the second half of that means. It means if you want more Bionicle, you better go buy them sets, son. You better buy them twice. You better buy all of them and then give them all to your cousin, and then go buy more for yourself and give them to your brother, and then go buy more, and we'll have them forever, and my childhood will never die. The first part of that text I don't get. It's akin to the new Star Trek movies? Let's formulate a theory here. Let's say that Vilika, the great being, stole the Mask of Time from Tahu, or whoever has it, I guess Vakama has it right now, and then used it to bring the world back in time, and then thrust it through a wormhole into an alternate dimension to where everything that happened before doesn't matter, and then everyone gets angry like Trekkies when they completely reset Star Trek. No? Okay, probably not. That's wild. That's definitely not it. Now I'm going to be recording an episode of the Bionicon podcast, so if you have any comments, questions, concerns, insights, theories, or anything that you'd like shared on the podcast, go ahead and comment down below on this video. I'll be recording that sometime tomorrow or the day after, and I might have a special guest with me, although don't get too excited. It's not that special. It's not like Greg Farsidi or anyone, so don't go like wigging yourself out. But yeah, in the meantime, just let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.